All right, guys, welcome back to the on-campus interviews. I'm Cass Venner, your host. I'm here with Brooklyn Materi and Blake Barner on the golf team. So I'm going to have them introduce themselves really quick. Just kind of give me your age, major, where you're from, all that kind of fun stuff.
I'm Blake Barner. I'm a sports management major, and I'm from North Platte, Weston.
I'm Brooklyn Materi. I'm a freshman, and my major is exercise science, and I'm from Upton, Wyoming.
Very good, very good. All right, so I just want to congratulate you both on winning North Star Player of the Week. It was a little over a month ago, I'd say, right? Where were you guys playing at?
That was at the Valley City Inn by Carrington.
Okay, how did you guys end up doing as a team?
We won. Yeah, I think God Nichols well.
Yeah, you're solid. Was that your last tournament?
No, we went to Iowa after that, but yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I guess that kind of leads me to my next question. Like, can you guys summarize how'd you do on the men's side this fall season, or how did everybody do?
Yeah, I think the men's side was pretty successful fall. I think it gave us a good look at what our potential is for the spring, and yeah, I think we did some good things this fall.
Nice, pretty good. How about on the women's side?
I thought we did pretty good, especially adding a lot of freshmen this year and just having like a new team. I thought we did pretty good as a team.
Good. Yeah, that's good to hear. So what do you guys kind of do? Like, you're on your off season now. What does that kind of consist of? Kind of spending a lot of time in here? Or?
Yeah, I spend a lot of time in here. Usually lift a couple days a week, and then a couple days a week hitting on the simulators here, putting, tipping, that kind of stuff. Very good.
Yeah. Nice. What does your spring season look like? When do you guys kind of start up and all that stuff?
It's usually like beginning of April is when the first spring tournaments start to. I think it's that's kind of weather permitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you guys do you have a spring trip planned? Like, are you going to Arizona or anything?
Yeah, I'll be in Phoenix, so spring break. That'll be fun.
Very nice. How many courses do you guys play down there?
I think to 2.
Sweet. Well, that's definitely something to look forward to, I guess. Yeah, nice. All right, well, thank you guys. Appreciate you coming in today. And that's all I have for the on-campus interviews. Thank you.
Hey guys, if you don't know by now, I'm your in-studio host, Dallis Mitchell. Join with me, my co-host, Xander Beeson, and our guest today, Maci Wehri. She is the president of the campus activity boards. Maci, I know you're probably busier than you can be. Will you kind of introduce yourself to the audience and just let them know what you do here at DSU?
Yeah, so I'm Maci Wehri. I'm the president of the campus activities board. We take care of a lot of different things on campus, whether that's activities, sponsoring events, basically, if it's an event at Dickinson State, someone from the Campus Activities Board is probably part of it. But that doesn't always mean that that's 100% accurate, because Student Senate does a lot, and there's a lot of other clubs and activities that do things as well. Yeah.
Awesome. For those who are unfamiliar with the Campus Activity Board, can you give us like a brief summary of what you guys do? So
the Campus Activities Board schedules a lot of the events that happen on campus. Like I said, not all of them, but we are usually around. We bring in people like the musicians that show up for, the back-to-school picnic, or different hypnotists. We had a hypnotist for homecoming, comedians, magicians, things like that. Some of the bigger ticket items that happen on campus. Plus, then we do some smaller things. We usually try to do a couple smaller things just for the Dickinson State students, just to kind of relax, get out of their dorms, make sure that they're not just studying and hold up.
What events and activities do you guys have coming up at DSU?
So in November, we don't have a big activity. Usually we try to have one big something, whether that's, like I said, the hypnotists, musicians, magicians. We just have our 2 small events, and that's going to be caramel apples. We're going to hand out caramel apples at the women's basketball tailgate on November 7th. And then we have Native American History Month coming up in November, and so we're going to do traditional Native American beadwork on November 19th. We have Native American in our board, and so we thought that would be a really cool idea this year.
Awesome, yeah. I know a lot of the activities that you mentioned, like the hypnotists and the comedians, I've personally enjoyed those, but what is your favorite activity that you've done?
Oh gosh. do you include homecoming?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. The ones that I enjoy the most are the ones where the students get to have the most interaction. So like the dodgeball tournament that we did, the pie eating contests usually go over pretty well. I also really enjoy making the stuffed animals that we do.
Yeah.
Just because I think everybody likes stuffed animals. And some of the bigger ones that I like would be watching like the comedians or the musicians.
Yeah, those ones are good.
For students interested in joining CAB, where can they turn to? Who can they talk to? Do you guys have a social media page they can follow?
Yeah, so the CAB social media page is actually just the DSU students' social media page. But if you're interested in joining CAB, you can talk to either Kenzie Hicks. She is the Director of Campus Life here at Dickinson State. Or you can find me, the President, or Austin Lehman, our Vice President.
Perfect.
Very cool.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Hopefully people kind of know what CAB is now. Come check out the events that we have coming up in November. Yeah. So thanks so much, Maci.
They do a great job.
Welcome to the Hawk Talk segment, A Minute with Easton, where we give President Easton 60 seconds to answer a question. Today's question is, what is your prediction for the World Series?
All right, so if you go way back, I used to work at the University of Missouri when Max Scherzer pitched at the University of Missouri.
Wow, I didn't know that.
But I now work at Dickinson State University, where Dallis is our homecoming queen and one of our star-based softball players and a multiple-year officer in student senate. So I got to go with the Diamondbacks. I'll say Arizona in 6.
Wow, all right, Arizona in 6. You heard it here. All right, thank you very much for your time, President Easton.
What's up, everybody? It's Xander. I'm here with your weekly recap. Last week, the football team played against Waldorf at home, and for the first time this year, we have back-to-back home games for the football team as they take on they have a big game against Valley City State University. So show up to that game and show out. For volleyball, the ladies will be in Scott Gym playing against Dacotah State. Well, I guess we're going to find out who the real DSU is, even though we all know who that is. And for what feels like forever, we have a different sport on the recap. We have basketball this week. Last week, both men's and women's teams had games in Bellevue, Nebraska. And then this week, they'll be in Dillon, Montana to play against Montana Tech. Thank you to all of our supporters for watching Hawk Talk every week. Thank you. Hawks are up.